Hello, welcome back to another Saturday video. It's been such a long time since I've filmed. I'm very, very sorry about that. I'm making up for it today by filming a tutorial, I guess. I'm not a beauty guru by any chance, but I have been playing with a certain item a lot lately and I wanted to share it with you guys. It is the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, as you see here. I did buy the entire Vault collection. I have all 4 palettes right here. But in today's video specifically, I just want to go over the Dark Magic palette. It is the kind of smokier palette, a night out palette, you know, darker shades, browns, blacks, greens, blues. I really love this one. I use it a lot. I kind of go back and forth between this one and Bling Gloss. I go back and forth between this one and Bling Boss a lot. That's a tongue twister. I've already done my whole face. I got my brows on. I've already primed my eyelids. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. And then after the tutorial, I'm gonna kind of give you my review on this palette and all the other ones, kind of a general review. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first shade I'm gonna use is called Poof. And it is the cream shade up in the top corner. I love using this one as just a base to set my eyelids with. I put my primer on and then I put this one on. I was really happy when she added this to the Vault collection in this palette, because in her original Jaclyn Hill palette there was no matte bone skin color shade, and I always use some kind of like powder to set my primer with. So I was very, very happy about that shade. So we're just gonna put that all over the lid. Perfect. Okay, so the next shade we're gonna go in with is called Shh, and it is the middle shade, this brown one right here, and it's a really good transition shade. So we're just gonna take this on this BH Cosmetics brush. I got this TJ Maxx in a set, so we're just gonna go in with this in the crease, kind of up higher than your lid. Back and forth, blend that out. I start darker out in the corner, in the outer corner out here, and once the shade has kind of come off the brush, I slowly move it into the inner corner just to kind of fade from dark to light. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Perfect, so now we have the base and the crease done. We're gonna go in with Inside Job first, this bottom middle green shade. It's kind of a green, I don't know if you can tell. It's a matte, kind of like a forest green. And we are going to use, let's see, what brush do I want? Let's go in with this one. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I've kind of gotten it dirty just from using this palette a lot, but it's really good for the outer corner, and that's where we're going to put it. So we're just gonna get that all over, tap it off, and then we're gonna start lightly brushing it in the outer V, coming in towards the center of the lid once we get that most of the shade in the outer V. And then just like the crease, kind of slowly bring it towards the inner corner. And it doesn't have to be too dark on the inner corner because I'm gonna go back over that with a shimmer later. So the other side, slowly tap it on and work your way towards the middle. And this is just so you have more control. You don't wanna just plop it all on there and then go crazy, because that would be a mess. Okay. There we go. So we have both eyes done. We're gonna go back with that first brush that we used for the crease, and I'm just gonna go and blend those shades together. I have nothing on this brush, and we're just gonna go back and blend those creases together. Just so we don't have any harsh lines, smooth transitions, all that jazz. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to use the shade Mojo, this bottom brown shade right here, and I'm going to strictly put that in just the outer corner. So we put that Inside Job shade starting on the outer corner and went all the way towards the center. We're just gonna focus this on the outside. Just to deepen up that corner a little bit, give it more depth and dimension. I start off with a little bit and then I continuously add more because, like I said before, you don't want to use too much and then have a mess. The other side, same thing. You don't want to bring it too far in because then it'll make your eyes look more closed. So focus it more on the outside. All right, same thing, back to the other brush that we used for the inside job shade, and I'm just gonna blend those together. Nothing else, I didn't add any product to the brush, it's just what's left over from when we first used it. So now we're gonna go in with the shade Power Cut up here at the top. It is more of a silvery, champagne-y kind of shimmer. First, we're gonna take some concealer, and I'm just going to put this on this brush. It's just a BH Cosmetics brush that I have, and we're gonna kind of cut out a crease, but we're not doing a cut crease, if that makes sense. We're just gonna use this to make it pop more. So I'm just going to kind of lightly tap this on in the inner corner where we want to put that, what is it, Power Cut shade. And this is just going to help that shade stand out more. All right, and I'm just going to use my finger to use, or to apply Power Cut, because that's how I find it works better that way. And we're just going to stamp it on like so. Perfect. Now we're gonna do the other eye. And then again with the finger. And there you have it. We are gonna go back to the green inside job shade. We're gonna take that same brush and we're just gonna put a little bit more product on just to blend the shimmer and the green together. Do you hear my dog? And my other dog. And then same thing again, back to the Mojo brown shade that we used on our outer corner, and just barely put a little bit more on there. And then I'm gonna take the original crease brush and just kind of go over the crease, make sure everything is smooth. Perfect. So since we have shimmer on the lid already, I'm not going to put a shimmer on the brow bone. I am just going to go back in with the poof shade that I used all over my lid, and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone. So it still kind of raises my eyelids a little bit, but it's not like bam in your face. All right, and I don't want to do an inner corner highlight either, just because again, there's already shimmer all over the lid. So that is it for the eyeshadows. Now I'm gonna go in and do my eyeliner and mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so for eyeliner, I like to use the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion. This is the best black eyeliner I've ever owned, and I'm almost out, and so I need to replace it very soon. For top lashes, all-time favorite mascara is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I live by this. This is like my third tube, and I'm also almost out of this, so I need to replace this one soon as well. And then bottom lashes, I use the Wet n Wild Mega Wear Mascara. This has also been a ride or die mascara for me. I've replaced this as well 3 or 4 times. So now I'm going to kind of give you a little review about it, what I think, my personal opinions. I know everybody's opinion is different, but I'm just gonna give you mine. So when I first got my palette, it wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't impressed by some of the swatches that I got out of this, especially from this green shade down here, Potion. It did not swatch very well on my hand. I had to kind of go in and push a little harder and swatch back and forth over and over again, and it just wasn't giving the color payoff that I was expecting. Same with the shade Diversion down here in the, I guess, top row. It's more of a shimmer shade, but when I swatch it, it doesn't feel like the other shade Power Cut that we used today. Power Cut's very creamy and it glides very easily, but Diversion is a little crunchy. I don't know how to describe it, but when I touched it and I swatched it, it just feels kind of like hard, and it's just not as buttery as Power Cut. It looks beautiful on my hand now, but when I first swatched it in that top layer, it just, it was very rough feeling. I guess that's the word I want to use to describe it. It was rough. The other shades were really, really nice. Trickery, this green shade right here, it looks beautiful as well. It's just not very dark. I don't know if the camera picks that up that well. When you look at this shade, you just think it's going to be like a very green, beautiful emerald shade, and you swatch it and it's just kind of like, you have to like really, again, dig into it, and then you can get the color payoff that you're expecting. But using these on the eyes, I don't have a problem. They're beautiful. They blend obviously very well. There's no patchiness. There's no inconsistency with the formulas. They're all very, very nice on the eyes. Now, some of these I have not put on my eyes yet. I haven't put Temptress, the black shade down here, or Busted. I have not used that one either, the blue. But when I swatched Busted, it was also like the others. It just kind of was like, kind of chalky, but once you kind of like work with it, you can get the color payoff that you're expecting. But overall, like I said in the beginning, I'm very grateful that she added the matte shade in here for the just a regular skin tone color. This is like my ride or die color right here. I always have to have one of these in a palette, especially if I'm traveling with it, because I'm not gonna bring a specific palette just for one shade to put on my eyes. So it's good to have everything I need in there with the shade I want, and I just didn't get that with the Jaclyn Hill original palette. So I was really happy about that. And even if I do a look with the other palettes, I still go to the Dark Magic palette and use the bone shade in here, the Poof. I use this palette at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's definitely my most go-to palette. I use this one more than the other ones. And that's just because the colors in this one are more wearable for an everyday look. But if I am going out, if I'm doing some kind of event that I'm going to and I want to add a little pop of color, I will definitely use the Armed and Gorgeous or the red one. What is it called? The Ring the Alarm. I'll definitely go to those, and I'm really looking forward to playing with the other ones, especially Ring the Alarm, because I haven't really messed with that one that much. Along with that, since I do have the entire Vault collection, I thought about kind of making this a series, a 4-part series. So today, obviously, I did the tutorial on the Dark Magic palette, and if you guys like this, I will continue to do a tutorial for each palette, and I will post every week a different tutorial using all the palettes and give you my little review of every single shade in each palette and let you know what I think. Overall, I really like what I've used so far, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on the looks that I've done so far, so I overall enjoy most of it. Okay, so there you have it. This is my quick and easy dark smoky eye tutorial eye look with the Jaclyn Hill Vault Dark Magic palette. If you guys like this video, please give a thumbs up so I know that you want me to keep posting these tutorials with the Vault palette. And yeah, that is it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!